Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and this is the fourth installment on our learning to do Soutache bead embroidery. We are making this earring from start to finish, and we are to the stage now where we need to create this little beaded bridge right where our join is on our main bead. So we've gone ahead, this is what the back looks like. We've cut off our excess cord ends, and now our thread and our needle, which has not yet been cut or tied off, is in the wrong position. It should be up front. And so to do that, you're just going to stitch right through from the back to the front to right up near your join. Helps if you just go ahead and put your needle through, see where it comes out, and see if you want to readjust before you go ahead and actually pull the thread all the way through. So I'm now in a position where I want to be. And I'm going to pick up one size 11/0 seed bead. These are Tohos, one size 8/0, and one size 11/0. And I'm just going to cross over to the opposite side at the same location. And now we want to tack it down some more, so we're going to go up through all of our cords from the back to the front. And I want to end up just a little bit below where that 11/0 seed bead is. Don't go through the 11/0, but do go through the 8/0. Pull your thread, and you actually want to tack this down so that it creates a nice little arch. And we're just going to go through our ribbon now. Go through our cords on the opposite side at the same point. And there we go. And that is how you create a little beaded bridge, like so. You can see we're creating the same little piece. And now I want to show you also in this video how you would add something like a jump ring. For this project, we want 2 jump rings to be attached, one on each end, so we can connect a connector and an earring hook and a little dangle below. So now what you need to do is just go ahead and literally take your needle and get it to the position that you want. So we're on the back side. Actually, it might be smarter if we do this jump ring first. You see where that's positioned? Because we're closer to the side, I'm going to do this jump ring first. So I'm going to go from the back to the front. I don't want to be too far into that cord, but I do want to catch it a little bit. There we go, and we are just going to place our jump ring, it's a closed jump ring, onto our needle, and we are going to stitch it in place. Okay, now we need to tack it down to the other side. So again, just make it happen where your needle is where you want it to be. So I want it to go out the other side and be coming up. So I just stitched right over there. You are going to be putting a backing on here. You also are going to be doing a brick stitch around the edge, which is going to cover up part of your soutache cord, but you don't want your threads to be out here because that's not going to be covered. You can see this in this example. You cover basically the back half of the soutache cord. So just keep that in mind as you're doing these stitches and where you're placing them. Look at it from the front. I want it to sit down just a little bit more, so I'm going to tack it in place like so. Just going to grab it a little further down here. One more, and then I'm going to go to the other side. All right. So, got one attached. Now I need to attach the other one. So in order to get to the other side, just literally make it happen. Take your needle, go through your soutache. This is the back side. No one's going to see it. We're going to cover it with some ultra suede. See if you're exiting where you want to be exiting, and I am. I'm on the opposite end of my other jump ring, and I'm about in the center of my main center bead. And so we're just going to do the exact same thing over here. Jump ring is on our thread. Going to stitch it in place. Oops, pulled my needle right off my thread. All right, go ahead, take a look at it from the front. Make sure that they are lined up. If they're not, you can always use your thread and your stitching to move it over at this point. So go ahead, make sure you like what they look like. And if you are happy with what it looks like, we are finally going to tie off this thread. To do that, go ahead, go through some of your back soutache, and we are just going to tie a knot. Just to be secure, I'm going to take my needle, run it through some of my back work here. I'm going to tie another knot. I don't want these knots to be bulky or anything, but I do want them to be secure. And you are going to be adding glue to your backing and everything as well, so that's going to add an extra layer of security, but why not make these nice little knots? All right, go ahead, trim, and we are ready to add our backing in the next step.